welcome to the beginning of season number 5. Now, we've actually come back early. We haven't done any friendlies yet because I've actually done all the business I want to do. So I'm done. I am inactive in the transfer market. We have got 40 million left, but our finances aren't in a good place. And I don't really want to spend it. I don't feel like I need to spend it. We've got a good young squad, and I'm hoping a lot of them will progress this season. We've made 4 signings. The first one being Ben White on loan. He's got potential to buy, but he's 28. I wanted to get him in on loan first. Got that optional fee. Really good, well-rounded player. Can play in 3 positions we kind of need to. So, figured he'd be a good signing to get in. We also signed Alexander Milic, who is a young wonder kid. 45 to 64, a regen. Really good potential. Really quick. Good determination. I'm training him to play here so we can play there in our system. We then signed Isaac Johannesburg on a free transfer. He's going to be on this role for us and can also play on the right hand side. Can also play DM as well, so he can play either of these sort of free positions, 4 even, can play cam. But good young player, he's quick, good work rate, good technique. He's only 23 and he's got still potential to grow. On a free transfer, can't really complain. And then finally, Dusan Milanovic, 5.5. Another wonder kid, centre back and left back. Really good player, room to grow, really well rounded, only 19, and a fantastic signing. That's all the business we've done and all the business we will do. I'm putting a lot of faith in our young squad. Let's look at picking best 11. Livramento, Trossard, McAllister, Makoko, Ward-Prowse, Slavia, Salisu, White, Wrench, Gavaradol, and Bazuna. So really good squad now. Let's simulate the final season and see how they get on. And welcome to the end of season number 5 of the Southampton rebuild. The very last season, how did we get on? Let's have a look. Okay. So we got Europa Conference League, we finished 6th, so still within realm, not too far off, only 4 points off top 4. Round of 16 we got 2 by Internacional. We won the Carabao Cup, so we did get a trophy in our final season, 2-1 against Chelsea, and knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup, so we did well. Looking at this, actually. Oh, to be fair, that's, like, organised. But it was a pretty good season overall. Let's have a look at our best results. So, worst result, plenty 3-0 against Inter. Best result, 6-1 against Slavia Prague. 5-4 against Brentford in the Carabao Cup. Second round, 5-2 against Leeds, 5-2 against Derby, 5-0 win over Arsenal. That is one for the record books. 4-1 against Ajax, 4-3 loss in extra time to Man United, 3-3 against Dortmund, 3-2 against Dortmund. A very good season. I'd actually take that. I think most fans would. If you can get obviously top 6 and a trophy, I think. Obviously, Southampton fans definitely now will take that, but I think at this point it's a very good season. I think this has been a successful rebuild, getting them back into Europe again and again. Looking at this, Yusuf Okoko seems to have had a very good season. 50 goals, 55 appearances. He looks a very good player. That 21.5 million is looking like an absolute bargain. And let's have a look at the rest of our players, actually. So, joining Real Madrid. Another free transfer. Good player, but if he doesn't want to sign, he doesn't want to sign. Let's have a look at the rest of them. So selection info. 50 goals. Second was McAllister with 15. Dominic Szybolski with 14 and 14 assists. He looked really good signing as well. Salisu with 10. Isaac Johnson, another good signing, 9 for him. 5 for White. Assist-wise, top was Ward-Prowse with 22, still doing really well at 32 years of age. Trossard with 14, Dominic with 14, and McAllister with 12. 10 for Adams and 10 for Johansson. So a really good season. Financially, we're in a decent place. We're not too bad. Debt-wise, we don't really have many major debts, so it's a pretty good... I'd say this is a pretty successful rebuild. Looking at this, actually, UEFA Champions League, the final still to take place on the... Where is it? 29th of May. What I'll do, I'll simulate until the end, just to see if we do get into an upgrading competition by the end of all the fixtures. So I'll just simulate until the end, and we'll come back to you then. There we have it, guys. The champions are Paris Saint-Germain, and we have qualified for the Europa League. So it's not quite the Champions League, but better than Europa Conference League. But we have done it. We have got Europe for next season. We've won a trophy, and I feel like we've kind of cemented Southampton as challengers for Europe consistently. So I'm pretty happy. They've still got a good young squad. If you look at switch from general, there's some older ones in there, but we've got him who's quite young, Martin is young, Milic is young, good potential. This guy, Dusko Milanovic, young, Makoko young, Federer young, Lavia still young, Johnson's young, Hoyland's young, Adozi's young, Wrench is still young, Livermento's only 24, Bazunu's 25, Gvardal's all 25. I think if you look, this is a very good young core of the squad. Obviously, you've got 28-year-old McAllister can get a couple of years out of, Salisu can get a couple of years out of, but these guys probably more fringe players now, who, apart from him, he's key, but easily replaced. It's a very good young set squad, so I'm really happy with how we've rebuilt this. I'm really happy with what we've achieved. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and thank you and goodbye.